forward, you know, just, you know, yeah. Right, I'm sorry, but the shameless person in me is about to do this intro with this lace still on my head because, yeah, I just wanted you to see the semi-completed look. Yes, the lace is a tiny little bit darker than my actual shade. It took me a while to kind of figure out what shade I am. I'm trying out some new tint sprays, but I just had to figure out like how many pumps and this, that and the other. So I was testing it out on this part of the lace. This video is actually sponsored by her hair company. And let me just pause any critique, any unnecessary comments. This may be sponsored, but all opinions are my own. I have a disclaimer, and this is a disclaimer that goes out to all companies, all brands that I work with. If I do not like the product, if I don't think the product or quality of the product is of a standard that I would accept, well, I don't mind sending it back. It's really not my force. Nobody's hungry out here. Nobody's begging for collabs. So all opinions are entirely my own. Did you really think I was about to film an intro with my lace like that? I'm deliberating whether I should complete the wig in the same style that it was previously and, you know, just show you how to finish it off, or like middle part down and just beachy. Can't decide, guys. So as you can see here, I've already curled most of the hair and I'm just gonna curl the top part on camera. So for your viewing pleasure, I am going to cut this, or attempt to cut this lace on camera. I don't know about this. I don't know about cutting this lace in front of everybody. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Right, I'm starting with the middle, and then I'm chopping, jagged chopping, just jagged chopping, just jagged chopping. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. 2 minutes. Okay, so I low-key look a little bit disheveled because, you know, it's a process. So I've actually cut the lace off the frontal. This isn't on because I'm gluing it down. It's just on because I haven't styled it yet. So, yeah. Just, but I'm still cute now. Right, let me give you some information about the hair specs. So this is their Brazilian Bodywave. It didn't come with this texture. I've, you know, created this with the crimpers. This was after it was washed, so it's kind of just a bit loose, but it did come in a Bodywave, you know, your average Bodywave texture. And I actually dyed it black. The hair took really well to the dye. But one thing I recommend if you're trying to achieve these curls, do it on someone or something else. Like, what the hell? This unit actually consists of 3 bundles, 2 bundles being 24 inches, 1 being 22 inch, and the frontal being 16 inch. Now, normally, if I have lengths that long, I would go for a 20 inch frontal. However, there wasn't an available option for anything past 16 inches, if I remember correctly. I don't know if like they have longer length frontals and they just happen to be out of stock, but it just literally didn't seem available anywhere on the website. If worse comes to worse, I can just layer it so it doesn't look too crazy, but from what I can see, I don't think the 16 inch will be as much of an issue as I thought it might have been. I remember crimping, like the crimping style being dead popular in like the late 90s, early 2000s with like coloured hair streaks, and damn near looked like you had noodles growing out of your head. We're getting there. And to be very honest, I actually curled the back or the bottom last night, but I didn't have time to complete it. So I like tied it up and made sure the curls didn't drop. So I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera because this is just very uncomfortable, and I'll be back. It looks a little bit wild because it's not really been styled, but I'm going to use a little bit of like some dry oil, and it's just good for like flyaways and giving it a little bit of extra shine. Put it in my part at the back, this little bit at the front. I'm going to use my hot comb, and I'm just going to kind of comb through the root and just only the root of it, just to give it that kind of flat finish. This has not been glued down because it's a bit late at night and I don't really want to glue it down, but this is the somewhat finished result. Sometimes if I don't want to comb it, I just use the back of the comb. These clips have been inserted to give you a better idea of how I achieved this look. As I mentioned earlier on, it was much more easier to do it on like a mannequin head or a stand or on somebody else's head if you've got someone that's generous enough to give you all that time. In order to achieve this nice bouncy look that I've got going on, I open my wave out and I clamp it down pretty tight. There is a lock button on the front of it that you can utilize, but I kind of found that when you just use the lock button, it doesn't really, it's not as tight as it is when you're literally squeezing it together. So personally, I squeeze them together. It is quite tedious and it can be quite painful, but beauty is pain, so we move. Here's the packaging that my hair came in. It's like a nice box. I've kind of completely destroyed it. Right, so this is 24 inches with the crimping curl. Shout out to her hair company. This hair, 10/10. I love this hair. It feels so soft. It took to colour quite nicely. The hair didn't take too long to come. If you'd like to know a little bit more about her hair company and links to this direct unit that I'm wearing, the links will be down below. This is a Hairology unit, which is my brand. This wig was made by me, so just find me below somewhere down there if you'd like a unit exactly like this. Anyway, I think it's time to bring this video to a close. Catch me in my next video. If you like this, give me a thumbs uppity up, please. If you want more kind of hair tutorials, you have questions about the hair, her hair company, or the curling wand I use, just leave your questions below or catch me on Instagram at @TMarieNelson. See how I'll be rocking this on my holiday. Wait.